Okay. Good morning, everyone. I, Amit Mehta, along with my colleague on the board, extend a warm welcome to all of you at the 44th Annual General Meeting of Toyota. In view of the continuing COVID-19 pandemic during the calendar year 2020, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs has permitted the holding of the Annual General Meeting AGM through video conferencing or other audio-visual means, without the physical presence of the members at the parliament. In compliance with the provision of the Companies Act 2013, SEBI Regulation, Obligation and Disclosure Regulation 2015, and MCA circulars, the AGM of the company is being held through VC and OAVM. There are more than 30 members present, including representative of various corporate companies. Since the required quorum is present, I call this meeting to be in order. Before we commence the proceeding, let me introduce to you people on the panel of the board attending the AGM through VC as well as OAVM. On my right is Mr. G.S. Venkatachala, Executive Director. On my left is Mr. Rajendra Chabra, Independent Director, and Dr. Ambrish Dalal, Mr. Dhruv Mehta, and Kejal Pandya, Independent Directors, are also present. Chairman of Audit Committee and Stakeholders Relationship Committee, Mr. Rajendra Chabra, is present at the annual general meeting. Chairman of Nomination and Remuneration Committee, Dr. Dalal, is also present at this annual general meeting. I acknowledge the presence of Mr. Vishal Doshi, Mr. Shrital Shah, Mr. Rohit Parekh from KC Mehta and Company, Chartered Accountant, statutory auditors of the company, and the presence of Mr. Sandeep Sheth, Mr. Prashant Prajapati from Mr. Sandeep Sheth and Associates, secretarial auditors of the company. Mr. Dipen Uparelia, Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Amakshi Pawar, Company Secretary, also present at the meeting. Pursuant to the provision of the Act, a member entitled to attend and vote at the AGM is entitled to appoint a proxy to attend and vote on his or her behalf, and proxy needs to be a member of the company since the AGM is being held pursuant to NC circular through VC and OAVM. Physical attendance of member has been dispensed with. According to the facility of the appointment of proxies by the members is not available for AGM. The required statutory registers, copies of the Article of Association of the company and Memorandum of Association of the company and all other required documents are available for inspection to the members of the company through electronic mode. The notice of the meeting and also annual report and accounts have been sent to the shareholders whose email IDs are registered with the company's register and share transfer agent, and with the depository participants in case of demat holding. It is also available on website of the company, www.bsel.co.in, and website of the stock exchange, www.bseindia.com. I would now request the company secretary to read out the notice of the meeting.
Notice is hereby given that the 44th Annual General Meeting of the members of Diamines and Chemicals Limited will be held through video conferencing or other audio means on Friday, 20th of September.
This notice has already been distributed to all the shareholders. I think we can take it as read. You may read the first line and the last line, and we can close this faster. Thank you.
Okay. The last line of the notice is none of the directors, key managerial personnel, and their relatives are in any way concerned or interested in the aforesaid resolution except Mr. Amit Mehta, and recommend your acceptance thereof in the interest of the company. Okay.
Our auditors, Mr. Keshu Mehta and company, have given us an unqualified report, and I would now request the company secretary to read out the same.
Independent auditors report. To the members of Diamines and Chemicals Limited, report on the audit of financial statement. Opinion: we have audited the accompanying financial statement of Diamines and Chemicals Limited, the company.
Excuse me, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, shareholder, I request to read the first and last line of the auditor report issued with the circulation of the annual report.
On request of shareholder, I am reading the last line of the report is considering the essential components of internal control stated in the guidance note on audit of internal financial controls over financial reporting issued by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. We take this report as read. Over to Amit, sir.
Okay. Before I proceed further, I would like to appreciate and thank the contribution of Mrs. Alkylamide and Chemicals, who exited from the company in November 2009. I wish to share a few words about the working of the company. The year 2019-20 helped us to increase our sales, improve reliability and efficiency, and offered a positive picture in terms of growth in comparison to previous year. Your company has achieved operating profit for the year before depreciation, interest and tax, before exception item at 3731.61 lakhs as compared to 1989.61 lakhs in the previous year. The profit after tax for the year increased to 2398.58 lakhs from 1318 lakhs. In the previous year, we are pleased to inform you that the company had paid 40% interim dividend during the year, and board has also proposed the final dividend of 40% for the year ended March 31st, 2020. For the quarter ended June 30, 2020, your company achieved an operating profit for the year before depreciation, interest and tax, before exception item at 959.94 lakhs as compared to 741.39 lakhs in the previous year. The profit after tax for the quarter ended June 30, 2020 increased to 631.32 lakhs from 516.64 lakhs in the previous year. The year 2020 and 21 continues to offer a challenging situation ahead, and your company is gearing up to face these challenges. Your company is committed to growth and will put all its resources in new products development and in new technology. Your company continues to believe in the existing business and its derivative of Cleanamines, and therefore will continue to invest also energies and resources in this business as well. We believe that people work best when there is a foundation of trust. Relationship with the employee has been cordial throughout the year. It is that commitment, dedication, and team spirit that enables the company to maintain the production level and meet the customer demand in this testing times. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my colleagues on the board for their valuable guidance and support, and thanks for their continued cooperation and active support to the company. Our esteemed clients for their valuable support, our suppliers for their cooperation, and our shareholders for putting their trust and faith upon us. I look forward to your continued cooperation in faster business development and progress of the company. Now, coming to the item of the business, the first item on today's agenda is adoption of balance sheet, statement of profit and loss, auditors and directors report. I would like to invite queries, if any, on the accounts which the members would like to answer, like us to answer. Okay. So there are no questions or queries. We have received few requests from members as speaker of the meeting. We will name these members one by one and request them to ask a question. Number 1, Mr. Dinesh Kotecha.
Chairman sir, Mr. Dinesh is not available, so we can move on to the next speaker.
Okay, Mr. Amit Bagaria.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Good morning, all. First of all, I would like to congratulate the management for showing a fantastic performance this year. Since this is your first AGM after you have taken over the company, so if you can help us take through what made you take over the company, and the second part of the question is how do you see taking the company in the next 3 to 5 years in terms of new chemistries, products, and expansion plans? Thank you so much.
For the compliments that you have given. What prompted us to take over was just to have like our partners wanted to focus on their business for their growth and for the benefit and the growth of this company also we wanted to focus. So that was the reason why we have taken over. Now coming to your next question, what is in 3 or 5 years? We've just started our journey. We are committed to grow. We definitely will be putting our resource and energy in new areas, new chemistry, based on our understanding, our experience, our knowledge. We are still in the process, so it's a bit difficult to tell you which are the areas, but that's the focus, and that is where we will put our synergy, attention, and resources. It's a bit too early to specifically give you the information on the product because we are still in assessment stage. It's hardly 6 months, so you need to give us some more time. Any other question, Mr. Bagaria?
No. Thank you so much.
Okay. The next is Mr. Shlok Dave. I believe he has given a long list, which probably I think.
Good morning, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity, sir. I've been tracking the company for a long time, since 2011 onwards. I've not been a shareholder during large part of that period, but I have been keeping tabs on the company because it was always a very promising company. And as you said, you have just started delivering on the promise and the potential. So all the best from my side, and also congratulations on great numbers. Sir, I do have some questions. If with your permission, I would like to ask them. You mentioned that you're working on new chemistry, so I'll not repeat that question, but could you go through what are the core strengths of the company as of now? Many chemical companies define themselves as focusing on just products, and many focus just on processes. So what are our core strengths as you see them today, and how do you see in which direction you want to go forward? Second question, sir, so these are then some operational questions, sir. We used to have a polyamine mix as our basic raw material, and that used to be tightly linked to crude prices and other organic chemical prices. But this year, in fact, over the last 2 years, I've seen that the link between what we are realizing and what our raw material costs have been, that has broken down. And in fact, our realizations are moving obviously faster than the raw material cost. So what has happened there? Has there been any change in our processes, the routes that we're using, or why has the price dynamic suddenly changed so much? Second, sir, if you could take us through what is the current mix of our products. I just want to understand whether we are overly concentrated in certain class of chemicals. It's just for my knowledge of the company. Second, sir, how there were certain launches that we did over the years. So tetraethylene pentamine was one of the products that was mentioned in one of the annual reports. I believe it was 2015. and then we also developed piperazine over the last, I think, 7-8 years, and then we talked about launching the derivatives in the market. So again, what is the progress there? How many derivatives have we launched? Because piperazine chemistry itself is a fairly big area. So what have we done? How much have we launched? What all we are still looking to launch? How is the market there? How is the competition? How are we placed with respect to competition? So then end user industries, there has been a massive disruption in the global supply chains. So what are you hearing from your clients? What are you seeing in the marketplace? Are there any major shifts in demand pattern or supply patterns which you can give a qualitative or quantitative assessment on? So then you do disclose volume numbers every year, and if I do a very basic math, I know it is a very wrong thing to do, just looking at the volume number and dividing your revenues by that. But that does give me some sort of an idea as to what is the weighted average realization for our products. So that has gone up substantially this year. So is it because of some new products, some change in mix, or is it just price inflation across the board? So your comments there would be pretty nice. Sir, then what are our capex plans in terms of capabilities and capacities? Are we close to 100% utilizations as of now, or do we have room to grow with our current capacities? And if not, then what are the capex plans? So then you have finally taken that impairment charge on the EDC plant, and I remember we were the company was fairly confident, fairly bullish when we started the EDC journey. But then something has obviously gone wrong. Mistakes happen, and assessments also go wrong in real life. But where did we go wrong? What lessons have we learned? And finally, you have finally taken the impairment charge, even though last 2-3 years we were looking at some alternative uses out of the EDC plant. So is this now a completely sunk cost for us? The plant is sunk, or we can do something about it? Second, sir, our inventory as a percentage of sales has dramatically declined this year, which is very, very good. I was just wondering what's the story behind that? Have we started managing our inventory in a better way? Or is it just again the price which is distorting what we are seeing here? Second, then finally, sir, China, obviously, again, there are various things which are happening on the Chinese front. So I don't know whether we import any raw materials from there or we export anything to China. So net of all our transactions with that country, how are we placed? If there are any restrictions on the Chinese trade, how are we likely to benefit from it, or are we net dependent on China? Government has today in the morning put in anti-dumping duty on some of the pharma products from China, which is like very surprising. Even for products which are just 100 crore import numbers, they have put in anti-dumping. So how do you see that impacting us positively or negatively? So the R&D pipeline, you have already answered that it is too soon to say, so I'll not repeat that question. And sir, in terms of final question is in terms of marketing and sales, can you also elaborate on what our strategy generally is? How do we enter new products and new markets? I mean, new geographies. What is our process? How big is the team? Is it? I mean, does it take a long time to crack new clients? And how are relationships with our existing clients? What is our client attrition? So these are my questions. I have few other requests. One of the requests is that we are a fairly not an easy company to understand because we are fairly complicated in our processes and chemistries. So if you could put in a one-page summary of what happened during a quarter after every quarterly release, I would really appreciate it, sir. I like to keep tabs on the company. But the only source of information that I get is once a year, which is the annual report. The annual report is fairly okay. I mean, if I were running this company, I would write something similar about the company. So I have no complaints against the annual report format. But if a quarterly press release can be given, several companies do that. That would be more than sufficient in understanding what are the developments, especially as you said, we are just starting our journey. So I would like to keep tabs on that. Second, sir, as I said, I've been tracking this company for a long time, more than 8-9 years. But I could never buy the share because I could never actually find the opportunity to attend the AGM. And I like to visit the company and attend the AGMs before I buy stocks. And the timing of the AGM, it clashes with several other companies. And also traveling during monsoon has been a problem for me because I stay in Bombay. So my request to you is, sir, even if MCA doesn't give this option of holding a remote AGM, if you can give some facility like this, like what we are doing presently, it would be of great help to shareholders like me. I would try my level best as I plan every year to visit the company and attend the AGM. But in case that is not possible, if such a facility can be extended, I would really appreciate it, sir. Other than that, sir, congratulations on a great year, and I hope you carry on delivering. And I also hope that everyone stays safe during these testing times. Thank you very much, sir.
That's fine. First of all, thank you for your congratulations and faith in the company. I've forgotten what you asked, but I will try to summarize some of the things which probably is of importance. As far as we've said, we are just new, so we are beginning. But you asked about the product and other thing and the market, new markets. So the basic philosophy that we will have and we have is that we will focus on experience, expertise, and understanding of the market. If those things are there, then we will venture on those products, develop new technology, and explore that. So that as a principle would be answer to whatever ideas for the new growth or what it is. So this is a long, everyone knows that the chemical industry is on a radar and everybody likes it. But at the same time, there are enough people, everybody's looking at the same opportunity. So we would be prudent in terms of what we choose for sure. And only if it meets those criteria, we will explore the new opportunities which are aligned with our understanding, knowledge, or expertise. So that is on one. Then you have asked some specific about what we are doing with pentamine or TEPA. Yes, no, TEPA we did not introduce because we did not find it worthwhile in terms of what we were doing. You have asked about improvement in our inventory management. Yes, our executive director and the team has done a good job in terms of doing that. This is what I recall from your laundry list, but I would now pass on to Venkat, our ED, if he has anything else to answer on.
Yeah. So basically, there are two questions what you asked about what is the product mix and other things you asked products. Basically, what happens is the product mix depends upon the market conditions, market demands, and how we mix and match. Again, purely that is something to do with the market conditions, and accordingly we do that. So it would be very difficult to give you a specific answer as this is the way in which we follow the lead time. That would not be possible. That's one thing. And then you asked about the implied ASP increase, which is 49%. How much of this increase was because of which changes, and how much of it was because of pricing? This is something which is very dynamic and it keeps changing in the company. And as such, this is not something. I mean, we believe that this is some sort of a company's internal. What do you call that? Internal confidential information, and it may not be easy for us to share it with others and with the shareholders also. And regarding the capacity additions in India and globally, well, as the Chairman Amit has said, we are gearing up to meet the challenges that is coming up in the future also. And we are looking at all the possibilities and we'll be doing it. And the inventory levels, management of the inventory levels is all because of the very good coordination between the marketing team, production team, and the inputs from the finance team and the costing persons. So all these people have put together their efforts, and all of those have contributed to a very good management of the inventory. In fact, throughout the year, they have done a very good job on that part. And capex and expansion plans, what you asked for, these are all under discussion, and as of now, it is in a very fluid state. Anything else?
Anything else, Mr. Dave? I hope we've been able to answer that. We will also take into consideration some of the suggestions which you've made. Is there anything else? I hope we've covered most of the things which you wanted to know.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I would have liked some more detail, but I understand that several things are very confidential.
Yes.
So, best of luck, sir, and thank you very much for giving me your time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the next is Mr. Rajat Setia.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. My first question is around the cost of goods sold, which has been coming down almost every year for the last 4 years. If you can explain what has really moved into achieving that. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, sir.
All right. Was my question clear or should I repeat?
Repeat the question.
All right. So my first question is around the cost of goods sold. It has been coming down as a percentage of sales almost every year. So what is driving that?
See, this is a development over a period of time. Our production department has been working on improving the efficiencies of production, and that has paid good results over a period of time.
So, sir, in FY16 it used to be 60%, and today it is around 20%. It's like a remarkable improvement. So usually improvements are 4, 5, 10%, but this is now we are talking about tripling our gross margin. So what really has gone into that? If it would be really interesting to know the specific things, or if you think it is sustainable.
See, these are the function of a raw material situation, timing, as well. We have our procurement under annual contract, so sometimes we get that advantage. There are various factors which could impact exchange rate, duties, and various other things. So the specifics I would not know, but these are the things which could impact some of the cost.
Sure.
That's only which we can get. That's about all.
And sir, do you think it is sustainable at these levels?
No, I won't comment on sustainability anymore for anyone. The uncertainty which we have seen in last year. So yes, our objective is to be sustainable, but there are a lot of factors which are not in our control. So our objective will always be to see that how best we can be sustainable in spite of a certain uncertainties. What we can do, so that we will continue to do that. But as far as product is concerned, pricing is concerned, all that is not something which we would can bank on that because it's so dynamic.
Sure.
So we will focus on our sustainability and making it how best we can spread our risk and hedge our risk.
Sure, sir. And so just one more question. If you can share the industry-wise revenue mix, like how much products we sell to pharmaceutical or let's say agri-chem or any other industry.
Our majority of our business is in pharmaceutical. I won't be able to give you the exact percentage, but our major part of the business is in pharma.
And sir, next.
We cater to the various industries from agro to polymer to oil, drilling and various other things as well. But the major part will be in bonds.
All right. Thank you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I suppose
we have Mr. Dinesh Kotecha also. So with the chair permission, if we can allow Mr. Dinesh Kotecha.
Yeah, please. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Kotecha.
Mr. Dinesh, you are live now. Mr. Dinesh? Sir, it seems there is some technical issue, so we can proceed to the next agenda items.
Okay. In accordance with Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013 and Rule 20 of the Companies, Management and Administration Rules 2014 and Regulation 44 of the SEBI Listing Regulation and Disclosure Requirement, Regulation 2015, deal with the NCA circulars, the company had provided facility for remote e-voting to the members through LinkinTime India Private Limited in respect of all the items to be transacted at this AGM. The remote e-voting period commenced on Monday, the 31st of August at 9 a.m. and ended at on Thursday, the 3rd September 2020 at 5 p.m. Mr. Sandeep Sheth and Associates, firm of practicing company secretaries, were appointed as a scrutinizer for the purpose of scrutinizing the remote e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner. In remote e-voting, the shareholders have a voting rights in proportion to their shares in the paid-up capital, and thereof it is required that poll to be taken on all the resolution of ordinary and special businesses set out in item number 1 to 6 of the 44th Annual General Meeting. Members who have already voted through e-voting process shall not be debarred from participation in the meeting, but he or she shall not be entitled to vote again in the meeting, and the vote cast by him heard through e-voting shall be treated as final. Mr. Sandeep Sheth, an associate firm of practicing company secretaries appointed as scrutinizer to conduct the venue e-voting in a smooth and transparent manner and report of the result of the e-vote. The results of the venue e-voting and remote e-voting will be declared within the statutory time. The results of remote e-voting and venue e-voting will be combined for each resolution, and the same will be filed with the stock exchanges and will be placed on the website of the company and LinkinTime India Private Limited. The item to the business taken up today are item number 1, to receive, consider and adopt the audited financial statement of the company for the financial year ended on March 31st, 2020, together with the reports of the Board of Directors with auditors thereon for the year ended March 31, 2020.
Okay. Next item.
I request Mr. Rajendra Chabra, Independent Director, to take the chair of the particular item as it relates to my appointment and being interested in such a chair.
Item number 2, to appoint a director in place of Mr. Amit Mehta, date number 000733907, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Back to Mr. Mehta.
To appoint a director in place of Mr. J.S. Venkatachalam, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. To confirm the payment of interim dividend on equity shares of a financial year 2019-2020 and to declare a final dividend of ₹4 for ordinary share of ₹10 each for the financial year 2019-2020. Item number 5, ratification of remuneration of a cost of. Next item related to appointment being in person in such I request Mr. Chhabra, Independent Director, to chair for the particular item.
Item number 6, appointment of Mr. Amit Mehta as an Executive Chairman with effect from April 1st, 2020. Back to Mr. Mehta.
The electronic voting option will remain open for next 15 minutes. Members who have not exercised their vote may click the voting button, cast your vote, which is appearing on the right-hand side of your DC meeting screen, and please vote. The results will be declared within prescribed time.
I propose a vote of thanks to the chairman and to the board of directors and all the shareholders for attending this meeting. Thank you very much.
Meeting now stands terminated. Thank you very much once again for your participation.
Back to the host.